What's going on, YouTube? Back again. It's been a minute, but we are back. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing. So a while back, Moore's Costumes released and I'm trying to call the Hulking Werewolf. One that I had my eyes on and I was looking at, and it finally was attainable at an affordable price. So we now have added that to the collection, and today we're going to do an unboxing of that. So stay tuned for that. But most importantly, we will today be doing a drawing and a giveaway. And trust me, you want to know what this is. It's going to be very cool. I'm very excited about it. So make sure you stay tuned towards the end so we can give you more details on that, and you can make sure you don't miss out. All right. Without further ado, let's get into this. All right. So this is the box that we got here. As you can see, it's a pretty decent size. I'm pretty sure it's a double box. Moore's does that a lot, where you have a packing box that has the, indication of what it is, which is that. And then normally you have your actual retail box that it would be in if it was in stores. But we're going to go ahead and open that up so we can see everything that's inside. Let's see what we got. Okay, now we are down to the retail box. So this is what we're going to open up and see what's inside. So let's open her up, see what we're looking at here. I'm probably going to take a pause and take a picture of how this is packed in here. A lot of times these things aren't packed well anyway, but I want to get a picture of what it looks like inside. And I'll show you guys too, so at least you know how these things come. But this was actually one of my favorite werewolf animatronics. So here we go, as we're opening it up. We'll see what's inside. Try to get out of the, as you can see, it's packed a little sloppy. A little bit sloppy, which I'm not surprised. I could kind of hear that. So I'm going to pause to take a picture of what we got here, and then we'll start gathering our pieces and putting them together. All right, so that's inside the box, and we're going to start taking things out. Okay, so we've got everything unboxed here. First off, I'm just going to tell you, I was a little bit disappointed with the packing job Moore's did. As you see, I've taken all this stuff out and neatly separated it. All of these were just tangled in the box, just thrown in there carelessly. One of the frame pieces got warped and looks like possibly broken, but it's a frame piece, so we could probably get away around that. But I thought the job of packing was absolutely careless. I can't imagine, for someone who paid full price for this, I'm imagining they'd be furious. So I'm going to start off by saying that I'm a fan of the prop, so I'm obviously excited about it, but that's just one of those things where when people spend money, they don't want to have to untangle framework and have to worry about not tearing something apart. But that is unfortunately what I have to deal with. But these are all the pieces here. I do have the instructions. So we are going to get everything put together and kind of give you an idea of how it goes. And as usual with Moore's props, everything starts with a base. This is our base, so this is more than likely going to be our starting frame of reference. So this is the first part, and this is our letter A. So we will start building from here, and I'll kind of explain it in steps as I go. All right, so like I said, I knew the base would be the starting point here. The base is A, your feet are B and B, as you can see. So if you're starting your base out, your poles should be pointing, the front one should be pointing towards back. I'm assuming I did this right, so we're gonna find out if I didn't. It's real simple, but this is usually pretty typical for most of your animatronics. Usually you start with your base here, and usually there's some tent poles that go up. So we're gonna start putting those on. E is supposed to be, there's two B's. So there's B and B. So Jamie has just discovered what I have discovered. There is two B's. So which B is up front? So anyways, we're going to see if we've set this up right. We'll find out, but I'll go to the next phase with you. We saw we had B and B. So now we have C and D, which are going to be respective of the legs. C and D here. And the first one we're going to put on, it looks like, is B.
B or D?
B goes in the back.
You mean D?
D, yes. Yes. D. Sounds like B, but not B. It's definitely D.
D as in dog.
Yes. R as in David. R as in don't do that. D. This should be the back hole here, I believe. Once again, disclaimer, we could be completely wrong on this, so there's a good chance.
I don't know, it snapped in. That's a good sound.
Yeah, things snap in, but that doesn't mean that's their hole. But.
And his leg is lunging forward.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep. All right, so now we're going to do C. C goes here. So one thing I'll say about Morse props is they're usually pretty easy to put together. For the most part. One of the roughest things we had to put together was that witch. That witch and the werewolf from Home Depot. Those tested the soul. But these props usually are pretty vanilla, so shouldn't be too imposing. But
What's our next step, did you say?
The next step for Senor Perro Wolfo is pantalones. His pantalones.
For all of you out there, pants.
His pants. Wolf pants.
His pantses. His pantses.
Pantses? His pantses?
Yes.
So, we're going to get those
Uh-oh,
on.
something fell.
That is that's his t-shirt. So,
all right.
I should wear these to work.
I think you should.
Yeah. You know, this is some Parliament, Funkadelic,
Yes.
George Clinton type stuff right
I
here.
love it.
All right. So, I guess what we're going to do, first of all, is establish which part is the front and which part is the back. Which may be a little more difficult than we think. So, this is E. This piece is E. And I'm assuming, because this has like some staining, well, they both have staining. Let's just go for it.
All right.
Let's just go for it.
So this is part E. So this is like our, what, our third or fourth step now that we're on?
This is the fourth step because the base is the first step. The feet are the second step. Your telescoping poles here are your, is that the third step?
Third. Yeah.
Okay,
so fourth.
Yep,
Yeah,
fourth.
you were right.
Yep.
You just slide it right over. It
Yep.
looks like it's going on pretty easy.
Yep. Now let's get the other leg in here. Maybe it doesn't matter which side is
I'm
up.
thinking you're right about that. I think it's just either way.
But we'll find out. We'll find out.
And it just slides right over just like that. And slides down.
Well, it'll slide right down because it's got a little hiccup there to get over. And then I think I have to slide those pants down. I like the fact that these can cover the ankles or the feet, top of the feet, so you can kind of
Looks good so far.
That. So I'm gonna make sure the other pole is optional because I think the next thing we got to do, we're gonna go ahead and pull his pants all the way down, which is very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. When you meet a werewolf, don't do this. I'm pretty sure he won't appreciate it. Because I think we've got to put the thigh pieces on to kind of give him some volume.
All right.
So we're going to see how that goes.
All right, what's the next pieces we're picking up?
So now what we're doing, we got 2 G's, double
Let's
G.
see what that looks like.
Snoop Dio double G, we've got double G. So
let's see the piece.
The piece here is basically a piece of framework here. As you can see, this basically gives the thigh some volume because he's supposed to be bulking and kind of bulky and imposing. So they didn't want him to be scrawny. Like, if I had one complaint about the Home Depot werewolf is he was really scrawny. We actually tried to beef him up. If you saw the video, we tried to beef him up and give him a little bit more, but he looked like he hadn't eaten in like 2 years. So anyway, this guy's supposed to look a little bit more chunky. So let's, I'm thinking these pieces don't matter. So you see there's some hooking loops here, and they just go right in there. I think they should just go right in there. See, this is due to, once again, Morris doing a pretty crappy job of packing this. I'm sure they kind of got warped, but...
So I want to show you on this one right here, right where my finger is where that piece slides right down in there. And then there looks like there's a piece at the top.
Yes. It's like two hooking parts.
There's no piece at that top of that one.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
So we're just giving it a go, guys. They're on, what was this? D, right? Mm-hmm. D had 2 little connectors here. David, so what did we do wrong? This is why it's good to see people put stuff together.
So, first off, the instructions aren't very clear, but your thigh pieces that we just showed you has 2 hooks, as you can see on the back of here, right? So our pole D had 2 hooks, and when we came to pole C, we noticed there was only 1 hook, and it didn't make sense. But that's because this part needs to be put on first, because there's your second hook. So just something to know.
Right here, where my thumb is.
Yep. So that'll create.
And as you notice on this side, it's shorter.
Yep.
So, and what piece is this?
This is F.
So F should go on what? After G?
After you do the D side.
Okay.
So, because both pieces are G, remember? So, so we will go ahead and get this on.
Okay, so he's putting the F piece into D and C.
Actually,
which is
don't do this, guys. This was
okay. So we got bloopers going on here, but you know that happens. That's part of
the discovery process.
I know there's probably people out there that can whip these things together because they've been doing them forever. But you know, this is nice because it's trial and error, and we're showing you all of it.
We've been through worse trials.
Yes.
This is nothing compared to some of the stuff we've encountered. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to look here. So now, once we've got that piece put in, I think we now pull the pants up over those. But I'm going to confirm that, and I'm not going to jump ahead as I've done before and made quite the fool of myself. This time we will. Kids, read instructions. Take this from an adult who's made the mistake for you. Read instructions, kids. Even though some of you guys are probably little mini pocket geniuses and you just pull it out of the box and put it together and you go, that wasn't a challenge. For my senilic mind, it's a challenge. All right, so yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull the pantalones back up, but we need a hip loop first. See, I would have missed that. So this hip loop is,
where is
that I?
Is it the round?
Nope, it's one of these.
Okay.
And I believe it's I, unless they're both I. Yeah, my left there. Nope, that's J. So this is the one we want, I. And my glasses aren't really for your size. So, yep, that's definitely I. So we're going to put the hip loop on, and then we can pull the pantalones up. Should be pretty straightforward. The F piece here, and the hip loop fits right in there. Boom. Now,
did that just slide down right?
It does. You have to give it a little bit of force, but you just line them up with the holes and just give it a little slight push, and it goes in. You don't have to do any banging or anything like that. So Now we're going to give our wolf his dignity back and pull his pants back up. You know, don't be a bully, kids. This is what made him crazy. And I'm pretty sure he slaughtered people because they were making fun of his pants. This hip, what I'm going to do here, only because this I told you this got warped, so I'm going to hold this in place as I pull the pants up because I don't want it to knock it off. So just a little word to the wise, if you're dealing with the same thing, just hold that up as you guide the pants off so the pants don't pull this off track, because you want it to stay where it is. Shame on you, Morris, for not packing that better.
Okay, so now we have half of him put up.
Yep.
How tall is he going to be?
7.5 feet.
Nice.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, and he definitely is with those legs look bulkier, which is kind of nice. Gives it a little more oomph.
Yeah. All right. We're going to cover up his little feet.
One of your main mechanisms, right?
Control rod. Yep.
Yes.
Your motors are all here. Your motor, your sound box, everything. So what they're covering is connecting poles so those don't get warped or dented so you can't fit the poles in. You remember what we ran into with the witch?
Yep.
Where the poles were warped and we had to like almost bang it in.
We sure did.
Yep, so. Okay. All right, now this should be facing which way? I'm assuming, because you always want your speaker in front and your back is where your control is. So I'm going to show you what your options are here as far as controls. It looks like you have your DC, so that's your power. You also have room to put a step pad, or you can put a remote control prop in here. You got a volume button, and then it looks like you have an on, a standby, and an off. So in monitor, actually one for the sensor. You got sensor on and then off. So, all right, we'll go ahead and get that put together. Let's put this on. This is where you start to see the height come into play.
Yeah, this is towering over me already. Not that that's not hard to do, but you know.
Okay, so the next piece we're going to put together is our L piece, which is the shoulder harness, which gives it its mass. So we're going to go ahead and do that. One thing I will say about Morris, like I said, I'll reiterate this, is that they do a really good job of making things pretty simple to put together. So if you're getting ready for an event, Halloween hunt or whatever, it's kind of neat that you can put these things together pretty quickly. Last year, I had probably about 4 or 5 Morris props that I put together myself, and it probably took me, I'm going to say, an hour to do all of them. So that's the real good convenient thing about their props, is they're very easy to put together. So keep that in mind. All right, so now we just got to figure out how this harness goes on. It looks like this is the front piece, I believe, where the circle is. And I believe these 2 pegs are going to go into the sides. But
what letter is this as well?
This letter is going to be L.
Okay, so L is next.
L is next. And yes, I was right. It looks like the circle's in the front. And we're going to insert those in the 2 side holes. And there's that. And as you can see now, this thing has gotten pretty big. So now that we have...
I'm sorry, what was the next letter?
So the next step, before we talk about the next letter, we now have the shoulder harness on, as we told you. The shoulder harness has a back part that continues to it. This is your M part. It's got 2 hooks right here. And those hooks, I believe, are going to go on the top.
And that's letter M, you said?
This is letter M. I'm hoping this is right. So I gotta take another look-see here and make sure I've done this the right way. Okay. Well, they really try to give them some of that bulk at the top.
So at the very top, there was those 2 holes where you could put that through. I hope you guys could see what David was doing and how it kind of curves out.
You want me to give you a better view at the top?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to give you kind of a, as you can see right there, there's your hooking mechanism. I would recommend you get a step stool. I've got pretty long arms. I'm moderately tall. I'm not really tall. I'm just standard 6'1". So, but I've got very long arms, so it allowed me to be able to reach that. So I can thank my mom for those freakish arms. But that is how that goes together. So you can see how that. So obviously this is here to give it a lot more volume, to make this a lot more menacing, you know, make him bigger. So we're going to move to the next step here. So we'll stop for a second. This piece, I forgot what it's called.
N.
N is his entire garment. And he's got his arms attached to that. And we are obviously going to put in some pieces to fill this out. So the arm attachments, I think, are next. But I basically got on the ladder, which I'd recommend you do. I was going to get on the chair, but hey, this is YouTube. I want to encourage you guys to be safe. Chairs are kind of sketchy, so I want to make sure I had something safe to get them up there. So the next thing we're going to do is attach the arm pieces and the foam pieces that go with them. And I'm going to see if we have another set of the same letters.
I gotta say, that I really am loving, though, his flannel shirt and the material with the fur. I think it looks great. So far, I'm loving it. I'm really loving it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. All right, so these don't have a letter on them, so that may be confusing, but I believe these would normally be referred to as P.
I think that happened with the witch like that for us.
I think they're referred to as P, and both of them are P, and this is O. So both of these go together. And it looks like O fits over that like such. I'm assuming because of the way this is facing, this is the left arm. This is the left arm. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get that attached. And that works out. It's right here. Boom. All right. I don't know if we're supposed to do both of them at the same time, but let's check and see. So guys, we made a mistake, and we want, you know, that's what we're here for, to make mistakes for you. So you can save face and we can be the goofballs. There is another hoop piece called J, and I think it goes on the control box. And in my excitement and rushing, I missed that. So we're going to go ahead and go back and take this garment down.
So pretty much that J ended up, it's what it's considered as his chest, to kind of push his chest out here in the middle. It is pretty much right above the control box. Yep. So I will show you back here where the prongs, but like David was saying, this is why these videos are good. We do all the mistakes for you. And hopefully when you go to it, you have a very easy time getting it back on and put together.
Easier than
yes.
But we won't make that same mistake twice. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Because I'll forget. You know, the time will go by.
Come October, it'll happen again.
That's right. I forgot I was supposed to put that one part. There.
So he's going back through and putting all the things that we had just shown you back on. Pretty much where the headpiece will go and his hunched back. That's what that reminds me of. And
which is very lichen. You know, most werewolves kind of are
hunched over. Yeah. So this is what it should look like, guys, at this point, before you put on the closed garment.
Hip hoop, chest hoop. hip hoop, chest hoop.
Yep. And they're almost the same. I want to say...
This is a sensor too, by the way. So you want to see that and know that the sensor... It already came connected. Normally they're not connected, but I'm glad it wasn't connected into the clothes. So you'll probably have to find a spot once you've got the clothing set up. You'll probably have to find a prominent spot to put that sensor so it picks up motion. So... over again. Okay, now I think we're where we're supposed to be.
I think so.
Okay. I see that created kind of a little more beef in the back area. Kind of puff him out.
Yeah.
Only thing I'm thinking is we probably want to pull those pants up to fill in some of the spots. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to putting the arm on.
And what was the letters on those?
These are P, even though it doesn't say it. And then the foam piece is O.
Oh, right here. It's here.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay. So there's
P.
Both. Yeah, P and
P.
P.
Then O. Once again, this is why really reading your instructions are important. I'm horrible at doing this.
It starts with learning how to read, but I guess that helps. You know, I was looking at the pictures and trying to, do hieroglyphics. But anyway, obviously, one thing I caught is that it was saying to lace this through the arm first before you connect it, which makes sense because you would have kind of a little bit of a pickle trying to get it through later. So you can lace that through and then have that piece already through the material.
Definitely bear with us. This is the first one of the season.
Bear with us or wolf with us?
Yeah. Oh, God. Dad jokes coming in. Dad joke alert.
Hey, this is what people come for.
No, they're here for Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween and dad jokes go together like lamb and tuna fish.
What?
Exactly. Yeah, this makes a little bit more sense because you would have been fighting if you'd had this hooked up.
So as you can see, we have the arm in. Sorry, I zoomed in on David's face there. But,
yeah, you should apologize for that.
But the arm is in. You see how bulky his arms look? I mean, he looks tough. So David's basically going to do the other side. Is that also P as well?
Yeah, I believe so. Let's confirm that. No, it's Q.
Okay. So it does tell you which side goes on. All right. Yeah. So right is Q and
Left is P.
All right.
Both foam pieces are O.
All right then.
And just make sure when you're fishing this through, you get those hoops through the material, or else it kind of gives you a little bit of an attitude. That hoop, I think it actually makes it too hard for the clothing to go down the back. I mean, obviously you can fix that, but yeah. And it's nighttime. Some of this stuff you're not going to notice.
Nope.
Okay, so.
Okay, Dave, what's our next piece?
So I'm putting the hand on, and if you want to move in, I'll show you something. More is pretty common with more. She got some Velcro here to help pull the.
And what do those slide into? Are there hooks for that?
Yes,
is that how those work?
They're hooks, and I'll show you on this side.
Okay.
When we do the next one, you got two little prongs right here.
So it's going into Q.
And so now we'll get the other hand done. And guys, you are witnessing now that Jamie knows how to put these together. She's actually seeing. She's actually seeing, so Jamie could actually put one of these together too. just so you know, guys.
Jamie doesn't want to put it together.
Hooks are on the back.
What is the letter of that? Just so
that
people...
is S.
S.
And I don't think they were both the same letter.
No, one was R.
R. So right is S. R is.
No,
left.
I think it's the opposite.
Okay, probably. Yep. So as you
look at his hands. Pretty awesome. It's like a plastic.
It's a nice mold. It's like a blow
but
mold.
It's yeah. It's nice.
But it's nicely sculpted. Much like the feet, very similar.
So this is what we got so far. Looks like we mainly got to put a head on and kind of close it up. Oh, and put the
I wonder if I should put the plug in now. So
yeah.
Moore's does a lot of stuff in the UK, so they always have different connectors.
Nice.
So if you're in different parts of the world, they've got different connectors for your plug. They're one of the few companies that does that. A lot of companies,
that's nice.
If you're not an American power outlet, you're not getting it, which I think Morris does a good job of, which is smart on their part because now they can do business internationally. That's smart. So eventually everybody else will catch up to that and understand the power of doing it. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and connect this plug because I don't want to get all this stuff together and then have to fiddle around with clothing and all that stuff. So I figure I might as well plug it in now.
Sounds good.
So
I'm gonna.
I already showed you guys where the DC goes in, so I'm just going to go ahead and plug that in now. Sure, I have a plug somewhere over here. I'll deal with that later. Okay, and then I think we've got some connections here. As you can see, the head is going to have some sensors. This is pretty common. A lot of the stuff is already connected, but these two sensors are sound and action. So that will more than likely, and then the sensors already connected. We'll just have to see if they're, oh, guys, just so you know, I found the place the sensor goes.
And I think it had Velcro on it to keep it in place.
It does.
Nice.
Yes, it does. So,
very nice.
So I'll hook that up later just so I don't want to risk pulling it or jacking it up. So
ready to put the head on. Do you know what I mean, it's the last piece, you guys. I'm not sure the letter, but it's the very last thing you're going to put on.
It's a little awkward. Just the words and lines. I definitely get on the left.
So I want to show you real quick. There is the two prongs with inside that hole, that circle, and that's what David, there's pieces up inside. Yeah. I was trying to show them.
Yeah.
Inside there.
Okay.
Just so they know.
I was trying to get that material.
Yep. And that will hook right into there. I make it sound easy, but it can be tricky. Okay, so we got the head on, but David's adjusting it a little bit with the fur.
Yeah, I would say because he's got like this flap of fur that goes behind, I'm almost thinking that it's not a bad idea to lift the shirt up and kind of keep that part snug. I don't think it will restrict the movement, but as you can see, I got this flap just hanging out here. So I may be able to enable it without having to do much. That way it kind of looks seamless. His ears are kind of tucked in. Looks like it kind of, got to figure out a way to kind of get those stuck out. They're kind of, he looked like he saw something and got scared.
Which he's supposed to be doing the scaring.
Yeah.
Now here's the pieces that we were talking about that will connect for his sensors and movement, right?
Yep. Sound.
And sound.
Yeah. Sensor is different. Obviously, it's really easy to color coded. As you can see, red goes to red, black goes to black. So they make it, once again, Morris does a good job of making it really, obviously. Connect the red. And connect the black. So, as far as his yeah, he's very, I love the volume and just the bulkiness of him.
basically he just Velcros right up. As you guys can see, here's his sensor. And you see the little Velcro pieces.
I should make sure he's turned on.
I will say, we've talked about probably putting a little bulk around the middle of him or something.
You gotta be careful though, because the shirt's pretty taut. You know
yeah.
What I mean? So we may have to, or we could just get a piece of material and relieve the stress and open it up a little bit. We got a piece of material. We could probably put fur to match that.
Yeah.
Literally just leave it open to where it's just fur, and that way you can open up a little bit more, and you don't have like weird odd sections like this.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna go get a flashlight and make sure I can see that sensor and set it up and plug it up and then we'll yeah, I agree with you. Run them at night, do as well. See a little bit more. Face only a mother can love. Yeah, it looks like his mouth is actually stuck. So we will have to let Morris know that the mouth is not functioning on this unit. So
yeah, it looks like it's trying it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if it moves. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, now my Jamie, simple fix.
The teeth were a little stuck together from probably being packed. So his one eye is kind of a little crazy.
Yeah.
He's got like a crazy eye.
Yeah. Well.
As you can see.
Yeah. What does Caesar say about that eye? That's the killing eye. Motor's a little bit loud, but you're probably not going to hear that if you've got music pumping and all that stuff. But sensor, I don't know how good a sensor is. I may hook him up to a trigger instead. He's definitely your classic werewolf.
I like him. I like how his arms go up and down.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Well, there he is. And we will give you a shot of him at night, too. Jamie's idea was to leave him up so you could see him at night. Jamie, be careful. He's a dangerous animal. Oh, shoot. I record.
Dabs.
Yeah, she's trying to take his arm off. So, I told you to stay tuned because we had a giveaway, a very exciting one. And as you can see today, I am wearing and sporting the Halfway to Halloween t-shirt because Halfway to Halloween is coming up on May 6th. May 6th.
Guys, that's going to be here before we know it. You know the Halloween season has already started for everybody. Basically, Christmas was over and people are like, yeah, it's Halloween. It's Halloween.
After December, it's on, guys. It's on. You've had your Thanksgiving. You've had your Christmas.
But there's Valentine's. There's St. Patty's Day. There's
It's called Halloween. It's called Halloween. Right? Okay. So, but anyway, like I said, the season starts now. And he agrees. So I'm not going to argue with him because he's got the fangs and claws. So, the giveaway we want to give away today is not just a ticket to Halfway to Halloween.
You guys.
It is a
VIP.
And it's actually referred to as a RIP.
Oh, sorry.
RIP pass. So we're going to get more into what that is. But if you guys haven't seen any of our Halfway to Halloween content, please go back and watch it. It is very cool. And by the way, if this is your first time here watching the madness that we get into, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah. Hit that bell.
Yeah.
And it'll be linked underneath. You want to hit all because you don't want to miss anything that we're doing. You have no clue what we may have up.
Or this guy may be at your front door wondering why you didn't subscribe. That's not the timing you want. So just make him happy now and subscribe. There's a lot of cool content, and like I was saying before, if you haven't seen any of the Halfway to Halloween, we've done Halfway to Halloween Takes Over Christmas. We've also done Halfway to Halloween, and both of those were just exciting to be a part of, and it's only getting bigger. This
year is going to be way bigger than last year.
Yes.
They have so many vendors. They have
the morgue escape room, Novi escape room will be there. Very cool. You saw how we failed terribly at that escape room. There also will be a auto show, or car show, called the Hearst Show. So, by the way, if you have a Hearst, you can register for this. They're still taking registrations, but they'll have that going on. And one of the really unique things they're doing now that they didn't do at either of those events last year is they're doing something called the Harrowing Hall. The Harrowing Hall is like an art gallery. Yeah. And guys,
it's going to be across, basically across in its own separate building, from our understanding.
Yes.
So is the
and
pricing
no,
separate?
I believe all this is included, and we may, if we have to correct that, we'll let you know. But I think this is all included. But the most important thing to understand about the Harrowing Hall is I'm not sure it's kid friendly, so I want to put that out there right now.
Yeah.
You'll have everything from the very macabre, very disturbing, to whimsical and fun and creepy and odd and awkward, whatever. So, with that being said, I just want to make sure you're aware that it may not be fit for smaller audiences, you know, so.
That is just the Harrowing Hall.
Yes.
Not Halfway to Halloween.
Right.
That is, it's family friendly. It definitely, I mean, the vendors that they choose is a very large variety. There's friendly, fun Halloween stuff. There's creepy, gory Halloween stuff. So, and there's a little of something for everybody in the family to do.
Yes.
I know when we took over the Halloween Takes Over Christmas, if you guys watched that video, there was Monster Inc. guys walking around. Like, it was very fun. And it's a fun little event. That is not very much for your family to get out and have some Halloween fun before Halloween's even here. No,
and highly recommend it. Even if you're not into Halloween, it's just cool to see. It is literally a spectacle. So you don't want to miss this. This is one of the cooler vendor craft shows that comes through. I'm gonna say best. But yes, you definitely don't want to mention that. You don't want to miss it. So many cool things. So what we're giving away today is one RIP pass. Let me explain to you what that will entail. The RIP pass, I have some notes because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. First of all, the RIP pass gives you entry to the event, obviously, you know. You also get a cool Halfway to Halloween t-shirt. Hey, you want one of these bad boys? Go ahead and
I don't know, we don't know if it's going to be this exact
It may not be the same one, but it'll be something just as cool.
Something, yes, very cool. I have one of those shirts as well from when we went, so it's a nice fun shirt to sport.
So that's also what you'll get. You also get entry to the escape room, the morgue, which is super cool. And by the way, do better than we did.
We were horrible.
Yeah, we were
horrible.
But, you know, we're old folks. You know, that's for the young folks.
No.
With super fire.
No, it's not.
Cooking.
It's for everybody.
Fast firing brains. My brain doesn't fire off as fast as it used to. So that is also included. You also get one game of Jelly Ball, which is really cool. If you like to shoot stuff, then Jelly Ball, you need to get involved with that. That's very cool. And then there's some exclusive merch that will be available for you. And you also get a Halfway to Halloween RIP lanyard. So this is a $60 value, guys. So take advantage of it. This is really cool. It's one thing to go, and it's another thing to go to be able to experience it at this level. We had a blast last year.
We did.
Doing
it was
the
very
escape
fun.
room. Yep.
I guess when we went, the first one, we didn't know what to expect.
Right.
And we had such a good time, and meeting April and Joel, who put it on. They're just amazing people in general.
Yes.
Like, amazing.
Yep.
They actually ended up coming out and helping us in our home hunt. And
they scared the pants off quite a few people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you definitely, if you want to also support local vendors and things like that here in Michigan, this is a great opportunity to come out for that. You know, you want to help these little businesses, come out, have some fun, enjoy. There'll be good food there too.
They have got some great vendor, I can't talk. Not vendor trucks. Food trucks, right? Food trucks. I guess they are vendors too.
Yes.
Right? So, but one thing that blew me away, I had never had a lobster roll before, and there was lobsters in Maine. The truck, let me tell you, it was fantastic, and I could get into a habit of eating those. So they had really cool, and then they had a barbecue truck that was doing pulled pork, brisket. I mean, the food trucks are A1.
The food was very good.
Yep.
Of course, they had Little Caesars. They had vegan.
They had mini donuts.
They had something for everybody, and that's what I love about this.
Yep.
About this group and this craft show. It's not just a craft show.
Yep.
It's not. It's bigger and better. So definitely come out. You need to really see this. So, but like we said, we are offering that RIP, I almost said VIP again, that RIP gift certificate. It's like a gift certificate basically you'll get. But David will let you know exactly what you have to do to win right now. So
we're giving away one. And we might give away another one. And by the way,
you have to stay tuned.
But by the way, we want to say thank you to Halfway to Halloween for sponsoring us and giving this to our viewers. So we want to definitely give them a shout out. Joel and April are amazing people, and we've been very grateful. They've really been a huge help to helping our channel grow. And so they're just great people. Here's what you need to do. If you would like to enter in, you need to comment, obviously, below. Let us know. And not only comment, you need to say the phrase, "I want my RIP."
Oh, I like that.
So you let us know.
Come up with that? Because I like that.
Hey, my brain may be slow, but it has a few things still left in it. So, but yeah, so make sure you comment. Let us know that you want your RIP, and we will do a drawing. Now, the deadline, guys. You know, we love you guys, and we have fun doing this for you guys, but there are rules. The rules are the deadline is March 10th. That is a drop-down date. I think it's pretty, I say it's pretty gracious amount of time to jump in there and let us know, but March 10th. We will still have some second place entries. It won't be this VIP or RIP pass, but make sure you get in and make sure you comment and make sure you let us know that you want your RIP, and that is before March 10th. So that starts now. Also, things coming up. Like I said, 'tis the season. It's on, right? Later on in March, we will be heading to Kentucky.
Which I'm really excited about this.
That's where Jamie's from. Jamie is from Kentucky.
Well, I'm not from Kentucky, but all my roots are from Kentucky. Yes. So we will be heading there for Fear Expo. Fear Expo 2023. So,
and we're looking forward to seeing some friends, which is cool.
What's the date for that?
Fear Expo will be March 20. It starts on the 23rd. Unfortunately, we work. We have jobs like, you know, boring, responsible adults. But we weren't able to make it. The 23rd, they're doing a haunt tour, which would have been fantastic. You know, haunt tour basically is where you get on a bus and they take you to all the cool haunts in the area. Yeah. We obviously are going to miss that portion, but the actual show itself starts on the 24th and it goes through the weekend. So we will be there, probably leaving Sunday morning. Yeah. You know, but it'll be exciting. This is actually our first big convention. Yeah. We wanted to do Trans World, but Trans World moved their schedule up. and logistics just didn't work. So,
but we're going to get there.
Yep. We also wanted...
I'm determined because they also have Christmas.
Yes, they do. They have a nice Christmas section, and sometimes they even blend in some Halloween stuff there. But we also wanted to do Midwest Hunters Convention, but unfortunately, Midwest Hunters Convention clashes with the graduation of our child. So I figure we should be there.
I think that's a little more important. Yeah, I know David might be on the fence about that, but you know, my baby's graduating.
Yeah, so. I'm still a human being. I figure, you know, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I usher him into adulthood. So anyways, those are some of the things coming up, but Fear Expo is our next big event. So you don't want to miss
that. We'll be filming that. We'll be showing you what's there, who's there. We're kind of excited.
Yes.
We're going to be meeting up with
Halloween Life.
Halloween Life. Hi, guys.
Yep.
We'll be meeting up with
actually Decompositions, which is our neighbor. Actually, he lives near us, which will be kind of cool to hang out with him. But he does some killer stuff. If you saw the video we did for the Michigan Haunt Fest, where it was a bunch of campers that decorated their campgrounds.
We'll try to link those below.
Yes.
Some of those videos that we've talked about, we'll try to link them. Halfway to Halloween. Halloween takes over Christmas, and the Michigan. Just in case you've never seen them, go back and take a peek.
Because you're gonna
missing some good stuff out of these videos,
and you're gonna see some recurring characters. You know, it's kind of like Seinfeld. If you've never seen Kramer before, you want to know who Kramer is and what he did, where he came. We're gonna have characters like that are recurring. You know, but there's a lot of cool things coming up on the horizon this year. I'm really excited about this year. I want to put this out there. It has always been kind of, you know, in my heart to really highlight Michigan talent. It's really been in my heart to do that because I think a lot of the stuff gets overlooked. Now, there are some popular haunts out here. Everybody knows about Eloise. Everybody knows about Erebus. Everybody knows about Azura. And some of these really hush and some of these, you know, very renowned haunts. But we really want to start showcasing some of the home haunters and some of the haunts that you may not know about. So this year, we're really going to try to make sure we highlight some of those items for you before we get busy with our event ourselves. So if you have a haunt, you're local, you're around here, let us know. We want to come check you out. Yeah, we want to check you out.
And we'll put you on YouTube.
And we want to highlight you because we want people to know that Michigan has some incredible talent out here. So we definitely want to make sure you get to see some of that this year. So, but anyway, stay tuned. There's more happening. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know. I want my RIP. And don't forget, Fear Expo is coming, and we'll be there to show you everything from the floor. So, other than that, keep it creepy. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.